For the second year in a row, Hoopfest is canceled.
Now this comes as COVID cases and hospitalizations are increasing all over the country. Well, good morning and thanks for joining us on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham. Hoopfest saying that the decision is, quote, excruciatingly difficult, but was made after numerous discussions with the governor's office and Washington State Department of Health.
Now, the cancellation comes just about a week after Pig Out in the Park was canceled, and both events organizers had similar reasons to cancel these events.
Yeah, big blow for the entire region. The event generates millions of dollars in revenue for the region. So joining us now to talk about the effect is Kate Hudson with Visit Spokane. Kate, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us. I want to jump in. You know, I wish we were having you on the show for a better topic because we love having you on the show. But yeah, a really big loss for the community. Tell us really what is the impact of not having Hoopfest?
Sure. I think obviously there's a financial impact, but I think the biggest impact is for the community. These events like Pig Out and Hoopfest have been part of our fabric for decades. And so to lose this is to lose a little bit of our identity. And having it be canceled the second year in a row is devastating. And of course, as you mentioned, it brings millions of dollars into the Spokane region. So it's another financial hit and it hurts.
So now, one of the things is both of these events also bring in a lot of tourists, a lot of people from out of the region. And so that means usually a lot of money for local businesses. Can you talk to us a little bit about the kind of hit that some of these businesses are going to have to take now with so many of these events being canceled?
Sure. Yeah, when tourists come to our town, they spend money and they check into our hotels and they pay a lodging tax. And when they shop in our shops and eat in our restaurants, they're paying a sales tax. And that provides tax relief for every household in Spokane County. So having these events canceled affects everyone directly, whether they realize it or not. For our businesses, it's a second year in a row of losing out on all these people who are eating in our restaurants and paying money to be here. And it hurts. It's going to take a while to recoup all of these losses. But I have faith that we'll rebuild and hopefully we'll be back with Hoopfest, fingers crossed, in June of 2022.
The good thing, really not a full year away, but you know, it's still, I'm glad that they're already planning for the next one. But Kate, you know, I want to talk about the reality of the hospitality industry in our area. You know, give us the down low on like really what is the scope of what's going on right now? How much are these businesses struggling in our community because these big events keep getting canceled?
They're struggling. You know, with the restrictions that we've had over the last year, with capacity and not being able to have as many customers as they can get, it hurts. And then to lose these major events, it's just, you know, I think everyone was counting on having all of these people here for Pig Out and for Hoopfest. And yes, they were scaled down versions of their normal selves, but they still bring in money. And our restaurants are struggling. Our hotels are struggling. Occupancy rates over the last year and a half have been low. It has picked up a little bit this summer. We have seen lots of travelers come through, especially from around the region. We're getting a lot of travelers from Seattle and Portland and the Tri-Cities. So losing these events is tough, and it's devastating financially for everyone.
So now we're talking a lot about these businesses and the economic impact that not just the event cancellations are having, but the COVID pandemic as a whole. So what are some ways that we can still try and support these businesses?
Well, of course, you can do the takeout. I know we've been doing that for a year and a half, but you can still do that. They still don't have restrictions as far as capacity yet. So you can, if you're comfortable, still go out to eat. Maybe do a staycation downtown if you can. Stay in one of our beautiful hotels and pretend like you're a tourist and go hang out in Riverfront Park and do all the touristy things that you don't normally do when you're here day to day. There are those little things that you can do. But I think the thing that we need to remember is to be kind to one another. Our restaurants are struggling finding staff. Our hotels are struggling to find staff. So your stay or your visits to restaurants are probably not going to be as great as they were in 2019, but be kind and keep that in mind that everyone's struggling and working as hard as they can to make things happen for you. So
I love that.
that's my tip.
Yeah, I love that. Be kind. That's always some good advice.
Absolutely.
Well, Kate, and hey, I don't want to, another teaser. We're having Kate back on the show tomorrow because
We are.
speaking of restaurants and supporting local, Restaurant Week coming to a close. So Kate will be back here on the show tomorrow to talk about Restaurant Week and how you can support in that way. Kate Hudson with Visit Spokane, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, well,